Remember, this book is the book of Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. So right now most of you are Wahhabis because you're reading his book. You hear that term Wahhabi, Wahhabi, Wahhabi? They refer to this guy. But I'm asking you, what did you notice? Since most of you did not know that. Now you look at me like you're trying to make us Wahhabi converts. What did you notice, Naam Abdul Fattah? There's no words of his. All he brought was what? Allah the Exalted said this. Allah the Exalted say that. Allah, He says this. Abdullah bin Mas'ud reported that. Mu'adh reported this from Sahih al-Bukhari and Muslim. And he does that with all of the chapters of this book. Then he brings what he benefited and what he thinks are good lessons we learn from these verses. Which is something I want to touch on very briefly. This issue of people calling others Wahhabi. What they refer is referring to him, Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab al-Tamimi. Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab ibn Sulaiman al-Tamimi. I gave this challenge around 4 years ago. And I'm giving this challenge again. Because when someone refers to someone else as Wahhabi, what they're trying to allude to is that you are practicing a different kind of Islam. Usually they call it the radical Wahhabism. Whatever that means. You have to know something. Number one, there is nothing called Wahhabi. And you won't find a Muslim who says, I'm Wahhabi. Because Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab, he did not bring anything new. And I challenge all of you here, and all of those who can hear me, or any of those who accuse others of being Wahhabi, I challenge you to bring 3 things which he brought, which he taught, which are new to the religion. If you bring me that, I'll give you $10,000 cash. Cash. I'm fasting. All of you are fasting. I'm not joking. If you bring me 3 things which Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab he brought and they're new to the religion of Islam, I will give you $10,000 in cash. I'm pretty confident because I have studied his books and I know he never brought anything new. And he used to say that, in fact, himself. He used to say, I don't call people to anything new. I call them to follow the same Islam which the Prophet ﷺ brought and taught people. The Islam of Ibn Kathir and Al-Dhahabi and Ibn Taymiyyah and all these other great scholars. Why did he face so much opposition? Because he came at a time where Arabia, the Arabs were involved in deep shirk, associating partners with Allah. That is why most of his writings are on Tawheed. They were involved with all kinds of shirk. So he brought the reform, the reformation or the revolution, ideological revolution, and also he fought the people when he had the power to bring them back to Tawheed, which is the essence, the basic, the soul of Islam. The difference between Islam and everything else is Tawheed. So this is something you have to understand. But this is now, of course, a term and a label which people use for their convenience. Like the Shia Rafida in Iran. You know, in Iran, if you're called Wahhabi, that's a death sentence. Yes. When you're called Wahhabi, tomorrow you have to be hanged. Yes. And others use it like that. When you call them to Tawheed, call them to the Sunnah, say, oh, these are Wahhabis. You say, no, this is what the Prophet ﷺ said. This is what Abdullah bin Mas'ud said. It's not my words. And to the point that people are so used to just, they want to block things off, so they just label you. They don't want to listen to you. It's just easy, to say, oh, he's a fundamentalist Islamist. What does that mean, fundamentalist Islamist? It doesn't mean anything, but of course, once you're labeled that, you'll feel scared, right? Yeah, he's a fundamentalist, radical Islamist, in fact. It sounds scary. What is it? It's nothing. So people tell, oh, those are Wahhabis, don't listen to them. Who are these Wahhabis? What does that mean? I'm telling you, I'm giving you a challenge. Bring me 3 things which he taught which are new. Another challenge for another $10,000. Bring me one place where he said, follow only me. One place where he said, follow only me. He never said that. And again, if you look, especially this beautiful book, Kitab al-Tawheed, it's amazing because it's Quran and Hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, what the Salaf al-Salih, the Sahaba and the Tabi'een, they said. Like that. My point here, my brothers and sisters, is we have to be fair. We have to be balanced. We have to be, what you can say, open-minded. We don't have to be close-minded. You just take things you're taught, you're told. And of course, there's that famous story of one of those people who used to be a staunch enemy of the Wahhabis. And one of the people from Saudi Arabia, he went to India for studying or something. And see him say, oh, these are the Wahhabis. So next day he say, I took Kitab al-Tawheed, and he cut off the cover. He cut it off. This is a true story. And he gave it to the Sheikh. He said, read this book. Please tell me what you think about it. He read the whole book. After some days, he said, MashaAllah, what a beautiful book this is. He said, and that is Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab. That is Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab.